we've been talking about the Broncos, so let's talk about the rest of the AFC West. Who wins that division? And do the Chiefs, who are also 6-0, play the Broncos twice in a 3-week period? They play somebody else the next week, then they play again. I think it's weeks 11 and 13, but it might even be later. It might be 12 and 14. That they can the Chiefs win that division, and do the Chiefs have the best defense in the NFL?
I can't wait for the Chiefs-Broncos game because I have no idea what's going to happen. That's the best kind of game, right? Because it's an irresistible force meeting an immovable object. Who has the best defense in the NFL? It's got to be Kansas City. I mean, as great as Seattle's defense is, now San Francisco is a distant third. I thought coming in they probably had the best defense, but now I don't think they're competitive with those. Yesterday, Kansas City had 10 sacks and 3 interceptions. Okay, they're phenomenal. They're unbelievable.
Some people may say, "Oh, well, they played the Raiders."
Yeah, but they've had 6 weeks now where they've demolished everything in their path.
Also, you can go with Terrelle Pryor 2 ways. I mean, he can avoid sacks. What's interesting though, with the stats on this game, guys, this is they held the Raiders to 274 total yards. Right?
That's amazing.
The Chiefs had 216 total yards.
What? That's even more amazing. I didn't know that.
The Raiders outgained the Chiefs 274 to 216. The Chiefs won 24-7, and after being down 7-0, dominated.
When you have great defenses like San Francisco and Kansas City, their offense doesn't have to do much. They win 24-7 every other game.
You get turnovers, and your touchdown drives start from the 40-yard line. So you don't have as much yards to gain. So you don't have to go full field. You know, your defense gives you good field position.
Look at Alex Smith. Alex Smith in a game they won 24-7. Let me just hit one more stat. So 24-7, they win the game. Alex Smith goes 14 of 31 for 128 yards.
Yeah, no, they can't beat the Broncos. No, I think of course they can, because I just told you I have no idea what's going to happen in that game, right? But they're going to be really hard pressed to beat the Broncos with that offense. Jamaal Charles is great, but Broncos offense is so much better than the Kansas City offense. I got to think the Broncos will win, and they'll win that division.
I think they'll
they play.
the
by the way,
series,
I was right. They play in weeks 11 and 13. They play in week 11 and then again in week 13.
But as far as whenever they may meet up later, they're going to split. I think they're each going to win at home. I think we can give them that. You're not going to win. I don't think the Broncos will win in Kansas City with that crowd. You're not going to do it.
Well, we'll learn a lot about how good the Bronco offense is when they play a defense like that. But I mean, Jenk's concern, and I think it's a valid one, is how do the Chiefs keep up? How do the Chiefs score? Let's give Andy Reid some significant credit, not the general credit that we give to a guy who obviously can coach. Team went 2-14 last year, whether they played like a 2-14 team or not, although, you know, Pythagorean stats indicated that they should have gone about 2-14 based on points and points against. But we know they had players on defense. Getting their quarterback play was miserable last year, and they got a professional quarterback. But Andy Reid is also doing something that almost no coach in the NFL does. He has one superstar player on offense, and he doesn't take him out of the game at the most important moments in the game. Jamaal Charles, you know who got the ball at the goal line? Little Jamaal Charles. You know why? Because he's the best player on the field.
Yeah, well, he learned that the hard way. I mean, for a long, long time, he would make that same mistake. He would have Brian Westbrook, and he'd take him out in the goal line to put in me.
Well, in his defense, they would. I mean, when healthy, he had like Correll Buckhalter was an NFL running back. At least he could.
Right, but he would put in guys like Lamar Smith, who might not make it to Alabama team. Okay, back in the day, and back when Alabama was that.
Yeah.
All right. One other amazing stat about good defenses. Last week, Colin Kaepernick did not complete a pass in the second and third quarter in a game they won comfortably.
That's amazing.
Okay, so when you got a defense going and they're crushing the other team, the quarterback and your offense don't have to do much unless you're playing the Broncos.